98.5 Speed FM.
Catch us if you can.
Juega con tu corazón, sabes decir que no. ¿Cómo decirte que te quiero, que muero por tu amor? Yo no he perdido la ilusión, ni el tiempo ni la razón. Oye, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar. Bailando, tu boca y la mía felices gozando. Vas moviendo la cintura, sube la temperatura. Yo te regalo mi universo, ya no lo pienses más. Oye, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar. Decirte, mami, una cosita. Yo te doy lo que tú necesitas. Solo quiero que tú seas mía. Quiero hacértelo. La luna yo te bajaré. Mi corazón te lo daré. Conmigo vas a enloquecer. Yo quiero estar contigo. Oye, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar. Sabe cuidarte. Oye, yo tengo un mundo para darte. Yo solo quiero cuidarte. Oye, mueve la cintura. Oye, que seas mía toda la vida. Solo eso quiero.
Speedy, welcome to the show for everyone. This is SPEEDy Sports on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, recorded live from the Spice Center. It's Wednesday, the middle of the week and the beginning of the Lenten season for those who are Christians. Of course, we celebrate and we join you to begin this long journey of fasting and abstinence in preparation for the resurrection at Easter. Good evening and welcome to the program. My name is Ted and I'm not alone here. I am with my strike partner,
Benjamin Kuji.
Hi Ben, how's it been?
It's okay.
You sound soft. Have you started fasting?
No.
Okay, they have not banned school here.
Oh, no,
So,
no.
okay, all right. Like some people were trying to make a case out of nothing that they knew anything about. Okay, welcome to the program. We're not talking about government policies. We're talking about sports. Everything concerning sports here we give you on Asking Radio on SPEEDy Sports. Today is Speedy Tackle. And of course, we have a lot of things to discuss from the world of sports, from basketball to tennis to football. Of course, you know, the list was released by Nigeria's head coach, Rachel, and a lot has been happening. People are asking a lot of questions about it, about the eligibility of some people to be on the list. But of course, the coach has a final say on that because he watched them. He decided who to include on that list. Ours is just to speculate, to, of course, put him under some kind of pressure so that he will deliver, because Nigeria's position on the table doesn't look very pleasing as we prepare for the World Cup. Before we go to the world of football, let's just give you some briefs. One about LeBron James. He's called King James, not our King James, but of course, maybe he's a fake one. He's LeBron James. They call him the king on basketball court. He's the first player ever in history to score over 50,000 points in his career. He achieved that just yesterday. And the last one that came was a 25-foot distance three-pointer. A very long one that was just amazing, sublime. He came out to say he's a lot of points. He doesn't know any player that could achieve that, but he wishes somebody else could match. And a lot of other guys from the world of basketball too applauded him. I mean, Ben, That's amazing. 50,000 points. That's
you-
counting 2-3 over the career. I mean, like that's,
LeBron James is a legend in the game.
yeah.
Is a legend, and it will take a lot of years or some years to come before we can get somebody at that level where LeBron James is. I think he has done everything for the game.
There was a time when Michael Jordan was there, we thought nobody could get up to that
But
level.
LeBron James has broken
He has
so
broken all the
many
records.
records that you cannot even start counting
The
now.
only other person could have expected if he was still with us was Kobe.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant could have gone up there because he was rising, but of course he's left us. The king has done that. Okay, in the world of tennis, before we proceed to the major games of today, we've had some disturbing issues surrounding Emma Raducanu, one of our young stars in tennis, who has been having issues with people stalking her. It started since 2022 when a man trekked over 23 miles in London to her home, stalking her, and the person was picked up by the police and investigated and banned. And then just yesterday at the Dubai Tennis Championships, she met somebody outside the arena who approached her and spoke to her, and she hurriedly left the scene and then got on to start her game, only to notice the same man in the same clothes, the same hat, seated in the stands among the spectators, just watching her, fixed on her, not looking at the game where the ball was moving to. But each time she played, she turned to check and the guy was just looking at her. She got scared, so she went to hide behind the chair umpires, the chair umpires chair. Mariam Bley had to notify the securities. They went to profile the man. They removed him from the stands and they have banned him from all WTA games entirely. It's quite scary, Ben. I mean, a lot of funny things have happened to athletes who were stalked, sometimes to their houses by people.
Being stalked is something very, very dangerous, and if you don't take the necessary precaution, it could end up very, very bad for you.
Yeah.
But I felt for her.
Yeah.
I felt for her because she can't. Tennis needs a lot of concentration.
Yeah. She lost. She came out to lose the game.
Any
Eventually, she lost
slight loss of concentration, you are
gone.
out.
It's very bad anyway. I mean, for somebody to do that, but of course, even around us, to be security conscious. If I'm walking around the roads in the night and I hear some footsteps behind me, especially if it's a dark road, and I slow down and you slow, and I walk fast and you walk fast, I become like...
I think you, if you are talking about that, we Africans, we don't even take that chances. I will run. I will not even start asking, slow down, walk. I will run.
There's a bend somewhere in the state here where it's a place where I pass usually. But I noticed until I realized it was actually a mad person that was staying in. That's what I never knew until I passed there in daylight and realized what I was scared of was actually the residence of somebody who was not mentally stable. Anyway, you're listening to Speedy Sports on Asking Radio 98.5 FM. And I'm here. My name is Ted. I am with
Benjamin Kuji.
Ben, a lot of things happened yesterday, but before we go there, let's talk about some very serious stuff today. Everything on this show is serious. But have you noticed, Ben, that suddenly every African national team, as we prepare for the World Cup matches and the AFCON games, every national team in Africa, let me not say every, most national teams in Africa have resorted to hiring African coaches of African descent, and one could not probably do well in one team, or in one other country, but they take him to another country, hoping he could improve. Nigeria, for example, we brought in a Malian. Kenya have brought in Benny McCarthy, former South African
legend. He's a legend in South Africa.
He's a legend, actually. He's a legend. Rwanda, that we're going to meet, have brought in an Algerian who was with Tanzania. So many other countries have African coaches. Egypt is native. Morocco is native. And Libya suddenly have just hired Aliou Cissé of Senegal, famously there's known that has resemblance with the Rigobert Song of Cameroon. Yeah, Cissé is now in charge of Libya. South Africa have a native, and then Botswana have hired a South African to take them through the qualifying stages of all the tournaments that they have. So we have a lot of Africans now coaching in Africa.
Yes, I think it's a good one. It's a good one in the sense that once we start believing in our coaches, I think we'll also develop our coaches. But there is also a side to it. It's two sides of a coin.
Yeah.
How good are these coaches technically?
If they're not good enough, would they be hired?
I don't know how to answer that question. But
I think the FA of every country sits down to have a list, go through a list of candidates, prospective candidates for the position, unless FAs that are run by some.
You know everything in Africa. We don't have to go into that. We know everything in Africa. And when you're talking of coaches, imagine a coach in Africa here. Yeah. Then you'll be going to play with an English team that is coached by Tuchel. Mm-hmm. You know how good Tuchel could be.
It could be disappointing because he might not understand the strategy, he might not understand the coach, he might not understand the team. So it could be a disadvantage for him who does not.
You can't tell me that in modern football.
No, it does. There's an advantage to it because the reason is because why Thomas Tuchel does not watch the African League, which Carragher has come out now to apologize and say the AFCON is a league, a tournament to be reckoned with anyway. That's another story. But why they don't spend time watching our players and our leagues and understanding our coaches? We have every information about them and we watch everything they do. I don't know whether you understand where I'm coming from.
Ted, slow down. Our with the advent of technology, I don't have to watch any league. You have people working that for you. As a coach,
okay. Let me
land. Okay, you have people working for you, assistants. For the English national team, you have a lot of people. Before you come out, before they tell that we are playing these people, there are people that will pack all the necessary data.
We have them even at the national team here. We do have them.
So you don't,
unless they don't do their job. I'm only telling you that. I'm only saying
with the advent of the modern football, yes, you can't say that this person doesn't have information about this. No, I bet to disagree.
The other way around, what we have about them is much deeper than what we have about us.
So you think?
I believe. I don't.
So you think, and that is why when you go into matches, when you talk of our European teams playing African teams, you see that European teams are always ahead of the African teams. Why? We know so much about them.
That is because most of the players we feature still play in those leagues and they are known. But if you look at our tournaments here continentally, they have lesser data on us. We complain about AFCON not even being able to broadcast sometimes because of all these things. So data they will get to collect on us is more difficult for them to get that data on us than it is for us to get on them.
Listen, even apart from the data, let's keep data aside. A good coach is a good coach.
Okay, now you have come.
Mourinho can play the first half.
Now you have come. Yes.
When you play the first half, with the second half, he's winning the game.
Okay. Let's put it out to the fans out there who are listening. Do you agree with me or Benny? It's not an argument, actually. We just want to get the truth out of this. What you think? The African coach is not good enough. Benny brought another dimension to the story, but I don't tend to agree with him that maybe if we... Okay, so Nigeria plays England today. We don't think we have a chance to.
If African coaches are good enough,
we have African coaches in Europe.
We know our national team. We know our national team. There are times where we're playing. Everybody will know that this team is not doing well.
Okay,
substitution.
Okay, so you
do this. Okay, and the coaches will just be standing there.
Okay, now you wish Nigeria had gone to hire somebody like Aya-mnger, who has been with Aston Villa, got a very good result yesterday, or Mikel Arteta to come and coach our national team.
I have always said this. Yeah. If Nigeria want to hire a foreign coach, let's go in for the best.
We have gone past that level. We have experimented. It never.
No, we didn't. Our experiment were very, very poor. We went for the very wrong people.
Apart from Westerhoff and Bonfrejo, which other foreign person will you call that has done
the
well
ones that you brought? The ones that you brought. What do you know about them?
We knew that we had. Okay, unless when you're talking of the days that the FA had a K-leg and the FAs were run by individuals from
the Betty Votes.
What did they
all of those ones? You don't call me. I will not call those ones foreign coaches. I will not.
If you want to support Benny on this, I don't agree with him. The number to call us in the studio, as always, our studio hotline has never changed. It's the same line: 08084275464. That's 08084275464, and you'll be live here. Benny thinks we shouldn't have hired the man from Mali. Should have brought somebody, and he likes Thomas Tuchel.
That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying that
what you are saying.
If we are hiring,
maybe someone they said you better. The person
if we are hiring local coaches, we should go for the best.
Okay.
And if we're hiring,
do we think who we have now is the best?
I will not say the best, but he's good. He's good.
Do you think he can give us these 2 games? we're going into.
Let's go into it and say I don't predict this kind of matches.
You're still sitting on the edge.
Because if I predict, I'll be sitting on the hot seat. I really, really wish Nigeria could turn the tide, because I'm not happy with what I'm seeing
on the table, right?
With Nigeria 4 games.
08084275464. Benny is not satisfied. But of course, as we head out to the king of all games, football, Benny has already led us there. Of course, we have 2 games coming up, very, very important games this month, this FIFA international window. We're playing Rwanda, we're playing Mozambique. Of course, they're already talking tough. Rwanda says they can test their might against us because they are on top of the table conveniently. And Zimbabwe say Nigeria, the Super Eagles are beatable even in Uyo. Hello, good evening. Hello. Please keep your calls coming. 08084275464. Benny thinks we should have gone for the best in Europe, but we settled for the best in Africa. Hello, good evening. Okay, keep your calls coming. Benny, so you are complaining, but these guys are talking, and Julius Agaho has come out to warn the Super Eagles not to be complacent, because the Rwandans will feel proud and think that they already have everything that. They can because they are comfortable on the top of that.
It's a dicey one. It's a very dicey one, because Rwanda, there are 7 points.
Yeah.
South Africa 7 points. Benin Republic 7 points. Lesotho 5 points. Nigeria 3 points. Zimbabwe 2 points.
And Zimbabwe think they can beat Super Eagles in EU.
The pressure now is on Nigeria.
Yeah.
The pressure is now on Nigeria to deliver. So the Rwandans, they could just decide to sit back,
get a draw,
and let the Nigerians come at them. Then if they can take the counter and get anything out of it. And remember, they are playing at home. They have the home fans there. If some people will say that playing at home doesn't matter, but I told you that it matters a lot, because you have the home fans and we know these players. Sometimes
depends on what is at stake. For Nigeria, everything, the 3 points are at stake.
Yes, I agree with you. At the same time, that is also pressure. Yeah. So when you have pressure on you, you are forced to make mistakes.
Okay, for Coach Eric to deliver his first game in charge.
Yes,
and
the players themselves.
For the new players he's bringing in. Now, between the AFCON and now, when Posairo left after the AFCON, parted way with the Super Eagles, we have had trials. We had we signed somebody called Bruno Labbadia that we never saw. Just had a press conference somewhere in Europe, and that was the end of him. Never did anything. And then we had some interim people. Definitely came in and then left suddenly, and then we have this guy. So would you say the performance of the players, like what they do in European teams, when the players no longer want a coach, they play for the coach to be sacked? Many players have done that before.
They have done that, but
were players doing that, or they were unable to turn this game?
I don't think that was the case.
How could we lose to Benin Republic that we supply almost everything, including electricity and petrol?
But we don't supply them football.
But we have some football exposure. We have Nigerians playing in Benin who are answering Yoruba names, playing there, both Benin and Togo.
No, don't say that.
Yeah,
don't say that. A lot of people from Benin, a lot of people from Benin and Togo, they bear the Yoruba kinds of name, and their language, their culture is similar.
But should they have defeated us because of that? They don't even have a stadium. We had to go and play that game.
If you are not consistent, if you are not serious, if you not plan well, they will defeat you over and over.
Gone are the days when Nigeria could stand and nobody would look up. Now teams like Rwanda, Zimbabwe will be bragging around, and Benin will defeat you.
Football is not carrying names and saying, going back to history. I used to play this. That is not football. Football is played on the pitch, 11 against 11.
Okay.
If you are complacent, if you are not serious, you don't want to deliver, you have a lot of chances. You are not taking them. You could have 11 chances. How could you play a whole match, 11 chances, and you are not delivering? You can't score.
Well, 080 84275464. That's 080 84275464. Benny thinks any team in Africa can beat Nigeria because we are relying on big name, not.
Please don't put words in my mind. Don't put words in my mind. I never said that.
From what I understand, Benny said that's what I say.
I never said
Benny,
that.
Go into the games coming up. We have players. Our players have been out there in the European competitions. We had players yesterday featuring different clubs, and we're still going to have tonight. There are games. Victor Boniface is still involved. He has been having disciplinary issues at the club. He had problem over the weekend with his teammate, and that was quite a problem. The coach came out to defend him, but looking at that clip, what do you say? Because the fact is that, okay, he's a finisher, but every other person in the team can score. He has played 14 games and only scored 7 goals. And then this ball came in. Buendia just trapped it and laid it to shoot. He's a left footer. Victor Boniface was standing in position on his right foot to shoot. So it was for him to allow the guy who had better position to shoot, but he decided to shoot. So 2 of them had a clash and the ball got lost, and then he shoved the guy off angrily, and it became a problem where all the teammates and the opposing players too came together to separate. Teammates fighting, not him and another opponent, but
I think those kind of things happens in football. It is the passion. It's the passion when
passion or frustration in this way.
Passion, frustration. It can
because I learned that his Al-Nassr move, since he failed, he didn't go during the January transfer window. He has been the shadow of himself.
It is basically the passion when you are hungry to deliver and it's not forthcoming. So the coach, that's why of recent they don't call coaches again, they say managers. So the coaches will have to manage that in the positive way. You understand?
Yeah.
If you listen to the coach, what he said, he's trying. He has it is a dressing room issue, and they will address it. You see, they will come and they are going to perform very, very well.
And in playing a 4-4-2, is him and Buendia
so
always up front.
They will sit them together and talk to them. It's no big deal.
Has bad blood between 2 teammates ever produced good results?
I think that's where the manager comes in.
Are we having some issues of attitude with our top strikers? There was a time, I remember, Siemens issue is just getting off point, slowly. Him, the whole thing with the video he made and everything, that people started disrespecting him online and all those stuff. And then now Victor Boniface coming in, is a concern for you?
For Victor Boniface, I don't think me personally, I don't take it as something big. Just that with the advent of social media and everything, any little thing they want to hype and say a lot of things. I don't.
But you saw the clip yourself.
I saw it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that
even other than what
it is in the heat of the game. In the heat of the game, anything you can flare up, and when you are tensed, you can do anything. You understand? And everything they are fighting for is for the good of the team. Remember, this one want to score. This one want to score. So is it not for the good of the team? It's for the good of the team. So the only thing the coach needs to do is to manage the
emotions of both players.
Of both players.
082-8427-5464. Hello, good evening.
Hello, very good evening to you, sir.
Good evening, welcome to the program. What's your name and where you're calling us from?
Oliver Nyikia, better known as Busy Brown, the king of sports in Aya-mnger here in Aledi.
Busy Brown, welcome to
the
program.
Welcome.
You've been missing for some days now. How are you doing, sir?
Fine, sir. I traveled. I'm back.
But you can get us.
I'm just joining the program, and I heard you people discussing about the Nigerian Super Eagles.
Yes, we are looking at the games they are going to play against Rwanda away and then back home in Nigeria against Zimbabwe. So do you think that Super Eagles will get the 6 points required to go top of the table, or at least to go close to Rwanda, who are on top of the table?
Yes, when we talk of the Super Eagles, we are the giant of Africa, and it has not been happening well with us. Because coming in Africa, really, I don't see any team will compete with us. Even the likes of Egypt, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, and the rest. Talking about Rwanda and Zimbabwe.
Yes.
So that is just a walkover matches for Nigeria. Now that we have a new coach. Yes, we'll just smile on with the points. So we are going to top the group.
All right.
We'll beat them away, and we even come home and we'll still beat them again. So they have nothing to do with the Nigerian Super Eagles. When we see the likes of Victor, the likes of
Lukman.
Yes, Adamola Lukman.
Okay, all right.
So many of them. So these guys, they are already good to go.
Okay.
Busy Brain, I like your confidence.
God bless you, sir.
Thank you so much. Keep listening.
Thank you.
And next time you travel, busy man, the king of football, you can always get Speed FM anywhere, any part of the world at all. If you just go online on Facebook, you can always find us so that you don't miss the shows again. 080-8427-5464. And talking about Lukman that he mentioned, he missed a glaring chance yesterday. That's after he missed a penalty in previous games, and Coach Gasperini had to come out to apologize to the fans. Is that on his behalf or on behalf of the entire team for them to miss a chance to go top? So we're having our top players having issues in their clubs, and coaches have to speak for them.
Football, that is how football is. You can't be 100% good. I could remember there's this Champions League Chelsea played against Barcelona.
Yeah.
Where the Barcelona needed a draw or a win in that match, and they got a penalty. They gave it to Leo Messi. Leo Messi couldn't score. So it happens.
Okay, even to the big stars.
Okay. So football is just like that, and I think that still boils back to the coach managing the player. What the coach came out to say, I was disappointed at the coach.
Yeah.
I personally was disappointed at the coach.
Why?
No, you don't come out to criticize your player. You can criticize your player in the dressing room.
You know, Gasperini doesn't hold back. He has been known to be a very vulgar coach.
And when you are giving a press conference, the whole team should take the blame. You
don't single out a player.
You, the coach, inclusive. You don't single out a player.
Many coaches take the blame. They take the heat for the rest of the team.
Of course, that's what Mourinho was good at doing.
Well, Arteta didn't do that yesterday because Arsenal went to PSV Eindhoven and had a harvest of goals, 7 goals. You were hopeful that Arsenal would win, but I don't think you expected that goal line.
No.
PSV in their form, I don't know what went wrong. I didn't watch that game, to be honest. I didn't watch it. I just watched the clips later on after the game.
PSV. I think they are not what we expected them to play, and Arsenal were all over them.
So it's a work for Arsenal in the return leg.
I think Arsenal they are next to the next round.
Somebody threw a troll at Arsenal that this is the Champions League. They dreamt for Arsenal has won the Champions League. One of my colleagues who the FRC, and he wrote that on his page, and I was like, bro, you're a sport journalist. Why are you trolling this club? That's it. Okay, Real Madrid. Let's call it a Clasico almost. Of course, the Madrid derby, they came out tops with Brahim Diaz, whom Diego Simeone had. He mentioning the entire squad for Real Madrid. Only thought that Diaz might be included or not. He called them Modric, called them Buendia, everybody, and the rest of Camavinga, everything. They didn't include Diaz, and Diaz came and scored. Way down the tunnel, he told Simeone to speak now. You spoke yesterday, speak now. Try to talk to him.
For Real Madrid Atleti, I don't think that match is over.
Yeah, the return leg at Wanda Metropolitana is another place.
It's another difficult place to play. Yeah. So I don't think it's over. That is another sweet game that will take us, I think, into 90 minutes before we can actually say that this one is over. For that match, it is not over at all.
And tonight, of all the games, Liverpool go to PSG with Mo Salah on the verge of probably being named one of the persons that might go for the Ballon d'Or, because according to Rio Ferdinand, he's the only person on the podium now waiting for the Ballon d'Or. He doesn't see any other person close to Mo Salah, trying to neutralize what Gallagher said, his countryman and former teammate at the England national team. Gallagher came out to apologize. It wasn't an outright apology.
I don't see that as an apology.
He explained and then defended his position. I think that's pride. But at least he recognized that Mo Salah can actually. But do you see Liverpool? PSG is in the form of their lives. Liverpool in the form of their lives at the moment.
Is PSG actually in the form of their lives?
They're going. What Dembele is doing that team is something else.
Yes, Dembele
after
is
letting go Mbappe, those guys have strategized and they're doing well.
Remember that PSG are underachievers when it comes to Champions League.
But they've been doing well so far.
Been doing well. How well?
So far in the Champions League.
When last did they win the Champions League?
Where's Man City?
Man City. We are not talking of Man City.
We're talking about this season. Where are the teams?
We are talking of.
You just said that we shouldn't be looking
PSG,
at history.
I'm telling you that PSG have been underachievers. There was a time PSG had the likes of Messi.
No, Messi went there to hibernate before looking for a club where to go and get money. So don't even bring.
They have the likes. What about Neymar? What about this same?
They all went to rest before going to.
What about Mbappe?
MLS or Saudi Arabia or
what
about
Mbappe?
It's a transit club now. It used to be a transit club. Now they are okay.
PSG are always good when it comes to the.
What are your speculations tonight, Mr. Ben?
Let's see how it goes. I don't want to, but I want to give it to Liverpool.
Liverpool. All right. We have other games tonight, but there's no time. We're going to talk about them tomorrow on the program. So it's been a wonderful time with you fans. Catch us here again tomorrow evening if you can. Bye-bye.
This is
Asking Radio 98.5 FM.